Good morning, my dear students. Let's continue the class in English second. Go kiss the world. I think that you remember what the author has said about himself, about success. Okay, and that is related to his own life, and he has learned the lessons of success from his own life, his own family. Okay, and we stopped there in page number 111. We have to take the last paragraph. Meanwhile, the war raged and India was fighting on both fronts. Lal Bahadur Shastri, the then Prime Minister, coined the term Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan and galvanized the nation into patriotic fervor. I had no clue about how I could be part of the action. Okay, and before that we learned that he got a inspiration that he should be part of India for fighting for India. Okay, that is when there was a war that is broke down between Pakistan and India, he thought that he must be part of it, but he doesn't know what to do. That's why India was fighting when Lal Bahadur Shastri was the Prime Minister. Okay, and you must have learned Jai Jawan and Jai Kisan, and galvanized meaning is you made someone take action by exciting them. Okay, and that means he made this term by himself, and also he excited the nation into patriotic fervor. Fervor means love. Okay, and he made the people of India, or inspired people of India, to fight for the nation. And he also knew that he must be part of it, but he doesn't know what to do. So after reading her the newspaper, every day I would land up near the local university's water tank, which served the community. I would spend hours under it, imagining that there could be spies who would come there to poison the water, and I had to watch for them. I would daydream about catching one, and how the next day I would be featured in the newspaper. That act unlocked my imagination. Imagination is everything. If we can imagine a future, we can create it. If we can create the future, others will live in it. That's the essence of success. Okay, and he had the habit of reading newspaper to his mother, and while he was reading, he doesn't know what to do for the nation, and every day I would land up near the local university's water tank, which served the community, and he thought that in this way he can serve the nation, so that he hid himself under the water tank of the local university, and I would spend hours under it. And he imagined that some spies will be coming there, and he will be catching them, and after that he will be appreciated by everyone in the country, so he will be a hero. He imagined such things. So the things that means he must be featured in the newspaper, his name will be published, and he must be the famous person in that locality. All these things he imagined. That act unlocked my imagination. Okay, that means these are the things which makes us to imagine. Okay, and this made him to think or imagine things. And finally he is telling that if we can imagine a future, we can create it. First we imagine the things. Okay, whatever happens in our life, first we imagine. After that only we will try to make it or create it. So the first step is to imagine. If we can create that future, others will live in it. Okay, that is the essence of success. Over the next few years, my mother's eyesight dimmed, but in me she created a larger vision with which I continue to see the world. As the next few years unfolded, her vision deteriorated and she was operated upon for cataract. Her vision became clear after the operation, but within weeks of getting her sight back, she developed a corneal ulcer and overnight became blind in both eyes. That was in 1969. She died in 2002. Okay. But again, he was helping her to read the newspaper. Now mother's eyesight was dimmed more, but in me she created a larger vision with which I continue to see the world. Although she doesn't have the eyesight, she could create a vision. What's the meaning of vision? That is not the things that we see in real life. It is beyond that, and she created that sense of vision. And see, the author tried to imagine the world in that sense. As the next few years unfolded, her vision deteriorated. What is the meaning of deteriorated? Got worse. Okay. And she was operated upon for cataract. Because of cataract, she had been operated. Her vision became clear, but within weeks, she got another disease. What is that? Corneal ulcer. Okay, cornea, you know. Okay, and there was ulcer, and she became blind. That was in 1969, and she died in 2002. And even though she had lived with blindness for 32 years, she never complained about her fate once, even once. Curious to know what she saw with blind eyes, I asked her once if she sees darkness. She replied, "No, I do not see darkness. I only see light even with my eyes closed." Okay. Yeah, after that she became blind and she lived for 32 years till her death, that is in 2002. Curious to know what she saw with blind eyes, I asked once if she sees darkness. She replied, "No." Okay, that is the vision. Means even if it is dark, we must have to see many things. You can see the things in our imagination, or we must have a larger concept about the world. That is the vision. And she said that she did not see darkness. She can see light even when the eyes is completely blind. Until she was 80 years of age, she did her morning yoga every day, swept her own room and washed her own clothes. To me, success is about this sense of independence. It's about not seeing the darkness but seeing the light. Okay, that means even if we are not able to do many things with our health, if we have a good mind, we can do a lot of things. What are the things she did without having the eyesight? Yoga. Okay, she did yoga every day, swept her room and washed her own clothes. That's not possible if we cannot see, but she did it. And he's telling that success is the sense of independence. We should not depend on others or should not disturb others. We must do whatever we have to do personally. Okay, and it's about not seeing the darkness but seeing the light. Seeing the light, she could do a lot of things. Over the many intervening years, I grew up, studied, joined the industry, and began to carve my life's own journey. I began my life as a clerk in the government office, went on to become a management trainee, and found my life's calling with the IT industry when the fourth generation computers came to India in 1981. Okay, after that he became a higher rank officer. That means he studied, joined the industry, and began to carve my life's own journey. And he started his work as a clerk in the government office. Then he went on to become a management trainee and found my life's calling with the IT industry. What's the meaning of life's calling? That is his vocation. That means he understood that that is his particular area and he will be satisfied with that particular mission. And he found his permanent place in IT industry when the fourth generation computers came to India in 1981. You must have studied about these generations of computer in computer studies. life took me places. I worked with outstanding people, completed challenging assignments, and traveled all over the world. In 1992, while I was posted in the US, I learned that my father, who was living a retired life with my eldest brother, had suffered a third-degree burn injury and had been admitted to a hospital in Delhi. Okay. And now he is a very good employer, and he is in US. And when he was in US, he heard that his father had a burn injury. Okay. And he is admitted in the hospital. I flew back to attend to him. He remained for a few days in a critical stage, bandaged from neck to toe. The hospital was a cockroach infested, dirty, inhuman place. One morning, while attending to my father, I realized that the blood bottle was empty, and fearing that air would go into his vein, I asked the nurse to change it. She bluntly told me to do it myself. Okay, something happened when he was admitted in the hospital. When the father was admitted in the hospital and completely it was bandaged from neck to toe, means you can imagine. Okay, everywhere there is bandage, and he describes the hospital. Nowadays we cannot see such a situation in the hospital. Hospitals are neat, but it was completely cockroach infested. Means everywhere you can see cockroaches, and very dirty and inhuman place, and there was no one to take care even. That's why the blood bottle was empty, and he found that next moment, you know that if there is no blood, the blood that is there in our body, it will be returning. Okay. And he understood the situation is dangerous, so he asked the nurse to change the bottle, but she replied bluntly and asked to do it myself. Okay, she was angry and asked, if you want, you can do. In that horrible theater of death, I felt frustration and anger. Finally, when she relented and came, my father opened his eyes and murmured to her, "Why have you not gone home yet?" I was stunned at his stoic self. There, I learned that there is no limit to how concerned you can be for another human being. My father died the next day. He was a man whose success was defined by his principles and his sense of inclusion. Above all, he taught me that success is about your ability to rise above your discomfort, whatever your current state. Okay. And you know that that's a critical moment. And what did he feel in that horrible theater of death? Means the next moment anything can happen, and he understood that there is danger that can be occurred. And when he was very frustrated and he felt angry. Finally, when she relented, she was not ready to do it and came. My father opened his eyes and murmured to her, "Why have you not gone home yet?" He was concerned about the nurse. He understood that the nurse was not sleeping that whole night, and she was taking care of the patients. That is why he is concerned about the nurse and asking, "Why didn't you go home?" I was stunned at the stoic self. What is the meaning of stoic? Meaning is given uncomplaining. He doesn't have the complaints. He said, "Why haven't you gone home?" There I learned that there is no limit to how concerned you can be for another human being. That means even if it is up to our death, we can be concerned towards others. That's a lesson that he learned. My father died the next day. He was a man whose success was defined by his principles and his sense of inclusion. What is the meaning of inclusion? Including everyone in our mind. Okay, that means sometimes we will like some persons, we may not like some persons, sometimes they must have hurt us, but we have to include all those people in our mind. That's inclusion. And he was a man of principles, and we have seen the principles. First thing we studied that since he was a government employee, he had the jeep, but he did not use it. He knew he should not use it for his private use. Okay, and he is a man of principles and a sense of inclusion. Above all, he taught me that success is your ability to rise above discomfort. Okay, that means there must be discomfort, there must be something that may not satisfy us, but it is to rise above that, whatever your current state. Okay, that means it should not depend on our current state. What is our state of mind? It should not depend on that. My father was a fervent believer in the British Raj. He sincerely doubted the capability of the post-independence Indian political parties to govern the country. My mother was the exact opposite. When Subhash Chandra Bose quit the Indian National Congress and came to Dhaka, my mother, then a schoolgirl, garlanded him. She learned to spin khadi and joined an underground movement that trained her in using daggers and swords. Consequently, our household saw diversity in the political outlook of the two. On major issues concerning the world, the old man and the old lady had different opinions. In them, we learned the power of disagreement, of dialogue, and the essence of living with diversity in thinking. Okay. Fervent, what is the meaning of fervent? Strong. My father was a strong believer in British Raj. Okay, that means he believed that if there is British people, then only the country can survive. He thought that he was a fervent believer in British Raj. He sincerely doubted the capability of the post-independence Indian political parties to govern the country. Okay, and he thought that if we get, that means after the independence, the Indian government, how it will be surviving depending on the political parties. He doubted it. That means he did not believe the capacity of the Indian political parties after the quit of the British Raj. My mother was the exact opposite, but mother believed Indian capacity or power. When Subhash Chandra Bose quit the Indian National Congress and came to Dhaka, my mother, then a schoolgirl, garlanded him. Okay, then even when she was a girl in the school, she was a that means she had a good status. Okay, that's why she garlanded him. She learned to spin khadi and joined an underground movement that trained her in using daggers and swords. That means little she know how to fight, little she knew. Consequently, our household saw diversity in the political outlook of the two. What is the diversity? Father believed that British Raj only can help. Mother was just opposite. So there was diversity, difference in opinions. Okay. On major issues concerning the world, the old man and the old lady had different opinions. They used to read newspapers, so they knew what is happening in the world. And after that, these two people, old man and old lady, had different opinions. It doesn't mean that they were fighting. Okay, and whenever there is a chance, we have to express our opinions. It doesn't mean that we are fighting against that situation. Okay, you have to express your opinions, and these two expressed their opinions related to the world issues. In them, we learned the power of disagreement. Okay, that means we can disagree. That's our right. Of dialogue. What is the meaning of dialogue? What is the meaning of monologue? Talk by a single person. Dialogue means by two. Dialogue means communication and the essence of living with diversity in thinking. Okay, that means they lived together, but they had diversity in opinions, and they believed the essence or the importance of living with diversity in thinking. 2 years ago, at the age of 82, my mother had a paralytic stroke and was in a government hospital in Bhubaneswar. I flew down from the US to visit her. I spent 2 weeks with her in the hospital. She was neither getting better nor moving on. Okay. and she was in when she was in the age of 82, she got a stroke, and the author came to visit her, and he was with her for 2 weeks. She was neither getting better nor moving on. There was no improvement in the health. Eventually, I had to return to work. As I was leaving, I kissed her face. In that paralytic state, in a garbled voice, she said, "Why are you kissing me? Go kiss the world." This woman, who came to India as a refugee, was no more educated than high school, was married to an anonymous government servant whose last salary was 300 rupees, was robbed of her eyesight by fate, was telling me to go and kiss the world. Okay, but something happened from the hospital. Eventually, I had to return to work. Okay, so after 2 weeks, her health was not improving, so he wanted to leave for doing his job. So when he was leaving, he just kissed her face in that paralytic state. That means she cannot walk. She already paralyzed. In a garbled voice. What is the meaning of garbled? Told in a way that confuses a person listening. Okay, in a garbled voice, that's the only voice that she can take now. She said, "Why are you kissing me? Go kiss the world." What is the meaning of go kiss the world? Embrace the world, not only me. You have to include all the people in your mind. Okay, go kiss the world. The woman, and he describes about this woman. She is a very great woman in his mind. That's why this woman, who came to India as a refugee, because she was in Bengal, and when she came to India, actually she is a refugee, was no more educated than high school. She only was had high school education, was married to an anonymous government servant. He is not a well-known government servant, whose salary was 300 rupees. When he died, or when he retired from his work, his salary was only 300 rupees, was robbed of her eyesight by fate. And this lady also lost eyesight. These are the qualities about this woman. That means she was a refugee and educated only up to high school, and married to an anonymous government officer who had only 300 rupees salary. Also, the person who lost eyesight was telling me to go kiss the world. Okay, that is something great. That means from the characteristic that we got about this lady, from such a person, this great word came, go kiss the world. That is impossible according to the author. Okay, that's something great. That's why he considers his father and mother someone great. And finally, he concludes his speech by saying, "Success to me is about vision. It is the ability to rise above pain. It is about imagination. It's about sensitivity to small people. It's about connectedness to a larger world. It's about giving back more to life than you take out of it. It's about creating extraordinary success with ordinary lives." Thank you very much. I wish you good luck and Godspeed. Okay. Success to me is about vision. Vision he studied from his parents. Vision. Okay. And it's the ability to rise above pain. Okay. From whom he learned that lesson? From his father. When he was admitted in the hospital, he was concerned about others. It's about imagination. Okay, success. When you have success, you have to imagine, and that's what he did when he was under the water tank. It's about sensitivity to small people. Okay, like his father, he was very concerned towards his private. Okay, that is sensitivity to small people. The world considers these people are small, but they are great. It's about connectedness to larger world. from work, he studied that lesson from reading newspaper. It's about giving back more to life than you take out of it. Okay, that means whatever we can give from his mother, you see, wherever she goes, she planted the plant saplings. And when it is about to get matured, she wanted to leave. But she told that it is giving is more important than receiving. Okay, and it's about creating extraordinary success with ordinary lives. His life is ordinary, but he likes to tell a lot of lessons from this ordinary lives, his parents, father and mother. Okay, this is about the lesson. God's spirit, that is an expression of good wishes to a person starting a journey. Okay, starting a journey means those students who start their studies. Okay, and this lesson is very important. That's why I took it. Actually, it's a little larger lesson. I thought to leave first, but if you read it, something you will get. Sometimes you will be inspired. That's why I have taken this lesson. Okay, you also, I hope that you also must have got a lot of inspirations about success regarding related to this lesson. Page number 115, phrasal verbs. You know, phrasal verbs is a group of words that functions as a verb, but it will have a preposition along with it. Okay, already we have studied these phrasal verbs in your previous classes. So some of the phrasal verbs are given there, its meaning also. And I request you to keep this phrasal or write this phrasal verb somewhere in your notebook, because when you come in 10th standard, there is a section of 8 marks question. Often the students lose mark there. So write the phrasal verb and its meaning in a book and study it by heart, so that it will help you in your next classes. Okay, break in means enter by force, call off, cancel, pull through, recover, run into, meet by chance, set off, cause to explode, set out, begin a journey, put down, record in writing, fall upon, attack forcefully, run out of, and a short supply, take over, assume control, let off, excuse from a commitment, blow up, explode. Okay, the meanings you study by heart. This is related to vocabulary, nothing related to grammar. So please study it by heart. And now you have to do the exercise in page number 115. Choose phrasal verbs from the box given above, and fill in the blanks. You may have to modify tenses in some cases. The trek was because of bad weather. Okay, meaning cancelled, called off. Second one, my mother was thrilled to run into. Run into meaning is meet by chance. One of her old friends in the market yesterday. Next one, C. Miss Khan will dash as the new principal of our school next month. Okay, take over, assume control. Take over. D. Nobody expected the old lady to survive the pneumonia, but thanks to the dedicated care of her family, she dash pulled through, recovered, pulled through. The visitors are expected to dash their comments and suggestions in the visitors book kept near the entrance. What is the meaning of it? Put down. Put down meaning record in writing. We dashed for Agra in high spirits, but were saddened when the car came to a halt as it had dashed fuel. Okay, set out, start, we set off. Set out, start a journey. As it had run out of meaning is had a short supply. Okay, and next one is conjunctions of contrast. Contrast means opposite. Some of the conjunctions of contrast are while, though, whereas, although, but, etc. Okay, and also however, in spite of, rather than, despite the fact that, nevertheless, etc. are also used in order to say contrast. For example, I was working in the hospital while my sister was working in a factory. That means it does not say the same thing. There will be some difference. Okay, when you use though I got up early, I could not attend the exam. Actually, getting up early will make us write the exam, but opposite happened. So these conjunctions are called conjunctions of contrast. So page number 117, filling the blanks with conjunctions and other suitable words that express contrast or opposition. I have eaten breakfast, nevertheless I'm hungry, but almost. Okay. Next, although we left home early, we were unable to catch our flight. Although or though, you can use both are right. This year there was heavy rainfall in the eastern part of the country, whereas the west received almost no rain. Whereas, next one, while the rich continued to prosper, the poor struggled to make both ends meet. E. In spite of her leg was hurt, Farzana won the race. In spite of. Though is also right there, but we have chosen another word, that's why. Sahiba keeps really busy. However, she takes time out to reach at the orphanage. G. Sachin scored a century despite the fact that he did not make a good start. Last one. Rather than letting her blindness stop her, my mother continued to lead an active life. Next one is homophones. The two words will be sound. The sound will be similar, but its spelling will be different. They are called homophones. You know homonyms also. You know homonyms. Spelling will be same, but pronunciation will be different. Okay, here you will see the confusing words. Okay, and homophone is a word that sounds like another word but has a different meaning and spelling. Orange, second peel. Peel is used to make marmalade. The bride and groom walked up to the altar, second altar. ALTAR. You dash everyone, you should follow your own dash too. Both are advice. You know that when advice noun is ADVICE, verb is VISC. So you advise first is SC and second one is CE. Next one, their family has got a pet dog named Montmorency. There is a cozy kennel made for him in the garden. First one is THEIR, second one is THERE. Her sister went to buy stationery, spelling is NERY, stationery, on her bicycle. But she accidentally ran into another stationary bicycle and fell on stationary, second stationary, NERY meaning moving. Okay, stationary, static. It's not moving. The ring is little loose. I hope I don't lose it. First one is LOOSE, loose. Second one is LOSE. I can see my mother grate coconuts. Grate, you know. I think she is making something special. The captain of our basketball second grade is right. The captain of our basketball team came to compliment, second compliment me because I had won the first prize in the championship. Lions do not pray, PRAY. They only pray, PREY. Okay, that's all related to this class, and question answers will be sent to you.